Hey, it's Tim here, coach of men who want more, and this live stream, I'm going to share with you my 3 best tips to increasing your energy, having higher energy, because if you're like me, you want more energy. You want more energy in your life to be able to do the things you want to do, to be the person you want to be, to move through this world in the fashion that you're proud of. And energy is something that I've spent a large portion of my life understanding and wanting more energy. And it started out for me in fitness, wanting to help people, but also wanting a great body, and I had my sporting aspirations. But then it moved to energy. And to this day, I believe the number one asset, the number one resource that we have in our life is not time. I know it's pushed out there a lot that time is our number one asset. I believe it's energy. I believe that when you have energy, then what you do with the time is where you bring the fulfillment and the meaning into your life. It's not the time itself, because, correct me if I'm wrong here, but when you're in a shit emotional state or you have really low bouts of energy, doesn't time just drag? It doesn't matter the amount of time, unless we have ways to continually cultivate energy. And I use that word purposefully, cultivate energy, because it is cultivated. I used to believe that some days you got energy, others you don't, and you just deal with it. I've got low energy, I'll just stay in my low energy. Or I've got really great energy, I've got high energy, and that's going to be a great day because I'm going to have more energy to do the shit that I want to do and to go about my day better and better. What I've come to learn over time is that energy is actually cultivated. And it's cultivated on 3 different levels. So my 3 best tips, if you want more energy in your life, is understand that it's not only physical, which I know you know, it's also mental and emotional. Mental, emotional, and physical. There's 3 ways to generate more energy, or 3 modalities to generate more energy within yourself. Now, it's thrown out there all the time, and it's pretty mainstream that energy is about what you eat and your exercise and all this, and that's it. There's more to it than that. Yes, nutrition plays a part. Stop eating sugary shit foods. That's not going to help your energy. Fuel your body with clean nutrition. That's going to help. But my number one biggest tip, I think, above anything else when it comes to energy, is hydration. Something so fucking simple. Yet, common sense isn't always common practice, right? How much water are you actually drinking? 2 years ago, I'd say, I was working away and I was doing all the online work that I do, and I just started getting really tired in the afternoons, around 2 or 3. And it wasn't a sugar high, because my nutrition generally is pretty clean. So I wasn't crashing, from a sugar high, like a lot of us do if we eat a high sugary, high carbohydrate lunch. There was something more to it. And it went on for days and days and days. So about 3 p.m, between 2 and 4 p.m, I just had this real lull in energy. And I don't know what made me think of it at the time, but what made me think, maybe I'm dehydrated. So I just started drinking more water. I started drinking more water, and I tracked it. And to this day, I track my water intake. So I aim for 3 to 4 litres of water every day. I don't know what that is in other in different terms, measurements. Just Google that. 3 litres. Now, it does depend on your body weight and your size, man, woman, but generally, let's keep things simple here. 3 litres of water. And I was well below that. I was drinking about 1 litre of water. No wonder I had no fucking energy, because I wasn't hydrated. My system wasn't hydrated. So the lowest hanging fruit, the number one thing to do if you're low on energy, is make sure you're drinking enough water. Something so simple. But track it. Make sure you got a measurement. And this is how I do it. This is how old school I am. I have a pen and paper. I'll show you right here. This is it. So this is my water intake, the dates, and how many litres I got through. That's how simple it can be. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on a tablet, you can do it anyway, but track, because what we measure gets managed, and vice versa. We can't manage what we don't measure. So if you want more energy, drink more water. And if you think you're drinking enough water, 95% of people that I've ever spoken to about hydration, 95% of us think we're drinking more than we actually are. So that's my number one tip. Drink water. Now, staying in the realm of physical, right? Physical, mental, emotional energy is generated and cultivated. Staying in the realm of physical, yes, there's nutrition. Big one, water. That's the lowest hanging fruit. And third one is move. Yet I think we're conditioned that exercise or movement takes our energy. And it can feel like that initially. But if you're like me, when you get into a routine, when you get a bit of momentum, doesn't exercise actually give you energy? So a measuring stick that I used to have with my clients was, if you feel more energy leaving the gym than you do coming in, I've done my job. And you've done a great workout. Not leaving fucking exhausted all the time. That just sends a signal to your nervous system like, this is really painful and you don't really want to do it. So then you start having a negative connotation towards exercise, which over time, short term it can drive you, but over time the sustainability is really low and you don't follow through. So my goal when I do movement these days, whether it's at the gym, whether it's going for a run, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's doing something more passive like stretching or yoga or anything of that nature, is to cultivate the energy, because when we move our bodies are made to move. So movement. So when you're low on energy, if you're sitting there or watching this or laying there and you're just really fucking low on energy, if you did want more energy, you want to stand up. So you want to stand up and move your body. So when I'm having some low energy at times and I'm on coaching calls or I'm doing some work, I've got a stand-up desk. I've got a little table that I put on top of my desk here that I stand up, because I know straight away that's going to give me more energy. I start breathe deep. That's another physiological way to shift your energy, is breathe deep, which sends more oxygen through your body, oxygenates your brain, wakes you up. So stand up, breathe deep. They're two simple ways if you're feeling low on energy. Now, to tie off the physical side of things before I move to the mental and emotional, if you've got some sort of condition, if you've been to your local doctor or general practitioner or your local whatever you call it, and you've got some physical condition, that's a little bit different. Okay, I'm not here to give medical advice above and beyond the general. Okay, so go get checked out there if you feel like you've got some really low energy all the time. But I'll be starting with this bad boy. I'll be starting with the water and making sure I'm moving. Make sure I'm moving. If you're at home or at work and you're sitting around, stand up, do basic things, and make sure you got a regular exercise program. That's the physical side of things. Thanks, Chris. Half of your body weight in Florida ounces. Beautiful for you guys in the United States. Steve, thanks for jumping on, watching. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. Chris, Rani, Aaron, Leonie, Zoe, Leona, hey Jess, Kay, Philip, Fiona, Raphael. Great to have you all here. Appreciate it. We're talking around how to have more energy and my 3 best tips. You need to be tackling it from 3 different angles and not simultaneously, but it needs to be the physical side, which is, I think, the tried and tested. Drink lots of water. Make sure your diet's getting cleaner and cleaner. Stop eating the shit junk food and sugar regularly. And move your body. That's going to give you sustained energy over time. Now let's go into what's less spoken about. I'm just going to grab a drink of water here, actually. What's spoken less about in terms of energy management, because that's what we're talking about. The number one resource in this world, I believe, is one's energy. Because with that energy, then you can make the most of your time. It's not money, it's not time, it's not anything else. Because with the energy, then you can make the most of your time, like I said. But it comes at the triangle. You got the physical, you got the mental, and you got the emotional. Let's talk mental. A little while back, I was at an event, a Brendan Bouchard event, and we were talking about energy management, and he got us to do this exercise, which was really cool at the time. And this is how intense it was, or lack of intense. It was stand there, close your eyes, and think about having more energy. That was it. And it was fucking awesome. Why? Because it shows you the power of the mind. Shows you the power of the mind that when you want energy, you can have it. But a lot of the time, unconsciously, we don't want the energy. It's easy to stay tired. It's easier to stay flat. Rather than going, no, I deserve more. Those that I love deserve more. I'm going to cultivate more energy. And it can start with a thought. So we stood there, closed our eye. It was a closed eye process. Eyes in that room. And just started generating energy mentally. That was easy. No, it wasn't easy. It was simple. But it was challenging. Because unless you're used to that, unless you're used to going to the gym, it's challenging to begin with, right? Unless you're used to running, you're gassed when you run. This is the same. Conditioning your brain to give you the energy when you want it. It can be that simple. That's a mental process. So you can sit there, meditation. It's a great tool to help you with energy. So maybe you're a meditator, maybe you're not. If you're not, I'd encourage you to do it. And if you are, then you can vouch that meditation is a mind process to help you elevate your energy. You have more mental clarity, more focus, and your energy rises as you get better and better at meditating and conditioning your thoughts. So there's the mental side. Another mental side of it is learning. Maybe you're a reader, or when your brain starts to tick, you actually gain more energy to a point, and then you have decision fatigue, and then it goes down, but to a point. So maybe you're just not learning at the level that you want to be or need to be, so you're low on energy. That's another way you can hack the mental side. I'm going to finish off with the emotional. This is, I think, the biggest one that's missing. Most of us, I think we have some concept of realizing that when we're emotionally drained, we get tired. But we can also look at, just because we're emotionally tired, that doesn't mean we've got to stay there. You may have heard me say, you can go there, but don't stay there. You can go into your fears and your frustrations, but don't stay there. When you're emotionally drained, you can also become emotionally energized. Isn't that true? When there's a new opportunity, don't you get energized? Maybe it's a new business opportunity, or maybe you're seeing somebody new in a relationship sense. Isn't there a new energy about it? Even if it's starting something new, a new eating plan or a new exercise plan, there's energy there because you've emotionalized newness. So newness helps, but I'm a huge fan of compelling reasons. When you have enough reasons to be energized. An example from my life is every day I wake up and I make a decision to serve others, to serve you watching. Hopefully my daily message here, serves somebody, helps somebody on some level. I'm very grateful that it seems to be doing the trick, because I get amazing messages every day, and I thank you for that. But that is how I use the power of emotion to keep my energy high. So when I'm feeling like, not every single day I feel like doing a video like this. Today was probably half there, to be honest with you. Not every single day I do. Some days I have that energy and I'm ready to rock and roll, bring my best. Other days it's quite low, and I've got to use what I'm talking about here to generate higher levels of energy, because I owe it to you. I owe it to you to serve at the highest level, to help you in some way, shape or form, to find a higher mindset, more motivation in your life, so you can live a more rewarding and better life. So that's how I use the emotion to push myself into more energy. I use reasons. One of my reasons is to serve you and to help you. I've got many more. See, reasons come first, answers come second. So if you can actually write down, not just think it, write down compelling reasons to have more energy. Maybe it's for your kids. Maybe it's for your business. Maybe it's because you have a financial goal that you're driven to achieve. Maybe it's because you just want to live a more fulfilling life, a more purpose-driven life. And that requires energy, does it not? Does it not, to be the best man, best person, best human walking this earth that you can possibly be, doesn't that need energy? Of course it does. Mental, emotional, physical energy. That's the game. And when you can have more ways to cultivate and to generate higher levels of energy within yourself, that's where you take your life to the next level. So have compelling reasons on why you want the energy. Back it up with some costs and consequences. This is AP motivation, accessing pleasure, avoiding pain. Use that. That's where we help emotionalize what we want. In this case, high levels of energy. Then use some mental hacks. Meditate upon it. Just think it. Think, I will have more energy today despite my lack of sleep. Despite what that person said to me. Despite how I'm feeling physically. I will choose to have more energy. That's the mental side. And absolutely foundational, physical. Drink more water, 3 litres minimum per day. Make sure you're moving. The body's made to move. It's not made to fucking sit all day long. It cripples us. It's made to move, so move. And yes, I haven't touched on it, but do your best to get deep sleep, because that's when we do rest and rejuvenate. You do those things. You do the emotional, you do the mental, you do the physical. Whichever one's missing, you focus on, you will have high levels of energy. You'll create the life that you truly want. And you owe that to yourself. You owe that to the people in your life. The people that you serve in your business or your career, your family, those nearest and dearest to you. Be the best you, create the energy. The strategies are there. Now, will you take them? I hope you do. Last goodbyes. And thanks for jumping on. Nguyen, Vivian. Hey, Vivian. Patrick, Chris, Amanda, Will, Raphael, everybody who's jumped on. Zoe, Fiona. Thank you so much, guys. Steve, Philip, Kay, hey, Jess, Leona, Leanne, Aaron, Rahani, and Chris again. Guys, thank you so much for sharing this journey, this message with me today. I deeply appreciate it. We spoke in and around how to have high levels of energy. Yeah, my 3 best tips, mental, emotional, physical. If you're jumping on the replay, thank you so much also. It means the world to me that you're here, and that I'm a part of your day in some short way, in a short amount of time. And if it has served you, please like this video and share this video. Comment below. I'm always here. I'll get back to you. It may take me a little while, but I'll get back to each and every single comment. That's something I really pride myself on, because I know you're just navigating this journey just like me. And if I can offer you some sort of guidance, advice, insight, perspective, distinction that's going to help you, that's why I'm here. So have an incredible day wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much again. And it's your time to step into your strength and to be the best man you can be.